the children of Korostan, the most polluted town by the number of population and area in Ukraine that suffered from Chernobyl disaster, 75,000 people at that time. We would like to address to the world's community, all those who are responsible for our future and the next generations. We are the people who were born and live in contaminated area after the worst nuclear accident in the world's history.
It happened on April 26, 1986 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant 3 decades ago. The after effects are still being felt and contain dangerous radiation up till now and for hundreds of years ahead.
It was the worst man-made disaster in the history of humanity.
In the early morning hours of 26 April 1986, of testing error caused an explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power station.
The explosion released 190 tons of radioactive gases into the atmosphere. In general, 150,000 square kilometers in Belarus, Russia and Ukraine were contaminated. Today we remember the victim of the biggest ever nuclear accident, rescue workers, firefighters, transport workers and soldiers involved in the clean-up operations.
And still these areas are polluted today. Soil, water, air, plants, animals and food. Radiation is concentrated in lakes, ponds and rivers. 97% of the radioactive materials from the Chernobyl plant still remains inside the reactor. The legacy of Chernobyl is still being felt.
Japan suffered similar catastrophe 25 years after Chernobyl, on the 11th March in 2011 after Fukushima disaster. It is the second largest nuclear disaster after Chernobyl. They face the same problems as we have been facing throughout all these years. We don't want any other man-made disaster in the world. Both Chernobyl and Fukushima have shown that there is no safe nuclear energy. That's why a lot of witnesses try to inform us about it.
We've got the message that passes the liquidator of Chernobyl catastrophe to his granddaughter. Here she is with the message. I was the witness of these dreadful events. I took part in decontamination of Chernobyl disaster like many other liquidators of that time. It was my duty. I was driving trains with cargo for the liquidation of the accident. I don't want any of generations repeated once again. Let's put our efforts together and protect our home, the only home we live in.
Ліквідатор Чорнобильської катастрофи Сергій Вигівський.
Please take care of our planet. We demand to stop bomb testing and arms race. We want to protect our future.
We have the power to change the world.
We have to save our planet, as our home. Apart ecological problems, we face the problems of the war. We appeal to all sensible men and governments, wars, large and small, should be stopped. It threatens the lives of people on the earth.
Although we are so different, humanity is but one family. We all share our common home, planet Earth. We need to realize that we need to live peacefully together and not compete with each other.
Let's send our leaders a massive call to save the planet. We require urgent ecological, social, economic and political solutions to problems which affect billions of people, if we want to survive and live on our planet, the Earth.
We speak in one voice in order to show that we care about our home, our planet.
We are thankful for Chernobyl heroes who saved the world.
Let's send our leaders a massive call to stand up, and save the planet. We require urgent ecological, social, economic, and political solutions to problems which affect billions of people if we want to survive and live on our planet, the Earth.